Hello, welcome to Malt Box, the non-chill filtered whisky blog. I'm Andy and this is whisky review number 34. What I have for you today is something very special, very unique, and that kind of goes with the theme, because before we go any further and actually look at the whisky, I just want to take a few seconds just to sort of talk about my good friend Joe Ellis. If you are watching this blog, firstly thank you very much, and secondly there's no doubt that you probably subscribe to other blogs as well, with Joe's own blog, Whisky Wednesday, being an incredibly popular one, and quite rightly so. Unfortunately, Joe has decided to throw in the towel and pass the baton on to his good friend Phil, and that is to enable him to commit more time and more energy to his passion, which is his George Michael tribute act. So basically I'd just like to commit this review and this for you, Joe, mate. So there he is in all his George Michael glory. Hopefully you can see that, and he will be coming to an arena near you soon. I think he's got a few dates booked in around Dudley at the moment. So with that in mind, I've chosen, actually I got Joe to choose this bottle to review, because it's actually one that he sold me when he worked at Hard to Find Whisky, and it is quite hard to find, and it is the Canto Cask from Compass Box, and in this particular instance it's Canto Cask 20. I really hope you can see that label. You might not have come across Canto Cask, and that is because it was actually bottled back in 2007, so almost a decade ago now, and it was a limited edition, a set of 16 single casks. Okay, and what it was, Compass Box basically got together 3 malt whiskies. You'll never guess which ones they are. Clynelish, Tierninich and Delune. So the same 3 malts that go into Spice Tree. And what they did is they decided to put together a bit of an experiment. So they got the spirit together, and obviously they vatted it for a few years, or a few months should I say, and then they put the whisky in 16 different casks of different cask types, so different woods. So you have French oak and American oak. And just to mix it up a little bit more, they charred each cask to a different degree, a different level of char. So some were more heavily charred, some were lighter, which has an adverse effect on the whisky. And basically, as I said, there are only 16 casks, so even though this says Canto Cask 20, there aren't actually that many knocking about. This particular one was actually bottled for the German market, or purchased, sorry, the cask was purchased by, I can tell you exactly who it is because it says on the back, Michael J. Arians of Prineus GmbH in Kiel, Germany. So this is actually for the German market. So this has actually come back to the UK and has been sold in a whisky shop in Birmingham. So it's had quite a journey. And this particular Canto Cask release, this cask was American oak, so it's not French oak, it's American oak, and it was toasted to level 5 on our own scale, so 5. I've seen the others that I've had a look on their PDF of their charring scale, and that's sort of varies, I think about up to 5, up to 9, sorry, I think the lowest that I saw was 4. So you could say that 5 might be on the sort of low side. And so it's quite an interesting series because each cask is quite unique. It's the same spirit, so any difference in flavour purely is down to the type of cask and the charring level. So it's quite an interesting experiment. 252 bottles came from this cask, and it was bottled in July 2007. So, with a lot of Compass Box whiskies, sorry, non-chill filtered, and in this particular instance, natural cask strength, which is 54%, natural colour, and there is that colour. There you are. So, what can we describe that as? Jurassic Park amber, I'll go for. Now, I'm going to try it without water first, but 54%, I am going to add water to it after. So let's see what the difference is. On the nose. Quite ethanol-y, quite a big ethanol spike to be honest with you, but in the background, spiciness, a little bit of banana as well. Quite closed. It is quite closed. I think water's really going to open this up well. I mean, already looking at the glass, it's a lovely thick consistency. Getting a bit of vanilla now. Alright, so let's try what the palate is. Very thick. The reason I smiled before I even got it around my mouth is because massive hit of sweetness on my lips. I could taste it straight away. The palate, a lot more complex on the palate than it is on the nose at the moment without water. I'm getting brown sugar, demerara sugar. I'm getting boiled sweets. I'm getting kind of like a little chilly heat and licorice, very strong licorice. Now I'm not normally a fan of licorice, but it tastes good. It's good. I like it in whiskey form. Finish, long, warming, toffee, treacle. It's nice, very good indeed. So let's see what it's like with a couple of teaspoons of water. And just going back to Joe for a minute, he like I said, he has passed the baton on to Phil, who I also know from his days at the Whisky shop in Manchester. And I do urge you to continue watching his channel, because Phil will be popping videos back up there on a weekly basis as well. Which, by the way, I apologise that I've not been doing this as regularly. I've actually had a cold for the last sort of 2 weeks, so I've not been able to smell or taste anything, which hasn't been great. But such is life. So I can see already I've put 3 teaspoons of water in. Figured 54%. Let's take it down a notch. It's still got nice legs on it. Wow. It's not even been in there that long, but it's changed quite a lot. Lemon curd, lemon meringue pie. You've sort of got that nice lemon tartness, but you've got sweetness underneath it as well. So if you think of your lemon meringue, you've got your tart lemon curd in the middle, and on the bottom you've got a nice sort of sweet pastry. A lot of vanilla coming through now. It's kind of herbal quality as well, a bit like sage. It has still got quite a prickly nose to it, but the water's toned it down enough just to make it a bit enjoyable. It's quite engaging. Probably a little bit of toffee on the nose now as well, to be fair. Carrying over from the palate before. Maybe a bit of green apple as well. So let's see what's on the palate. Get a bit of air in there. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Really sweet. Very sweet, but in a good way. Think like, you know what I mentioned before? Your lemon meringue pie, and then I mentioned apples as well. Think of a pie still, but think of a really sort of sweet, rich, homemade Bramley apple pie. Sugared pastry on top. Custard, you've got vanilla, you've got the creaminess in there. It's really enjoyable, that. It's really enjoyable. I mean, as you can see, I've not gone through a lot of it yet. And the first couple of times I tried it, I thought, well, you know, it's alright. It's not mind-blowing as such, but I think a little bit of time in the bottle with a bit of air, and also now with putting a bit of water in it as well, has just really brought this into its own. A lot of honey leading in towards the finish, a lot of honey, and that is a different sweetness. So you've got, like, I can't describe honey, you know what honey tastes like, you'll all have tried it, so I'm not going to tell you what honey tastes like, but you know what I mean, it sets it apart from sort of like refined sugars and processed sort of sweetnesses, or sweeteners should I say. And that's really interesting, just going back onto the nose, just as I was lifting it up then, sherbet, lemon sherbet, did not get that before. It's opening up all the time. Bit of ginger as well. Again, still quite sweet. Less so now. I'm thinking it's a kind of, it's more of actually developing into more of a savoury note now. You've got kind of a sweet savoury mix. It's very hard to describe. It is really quite engaging. You've got kind of like a, what even would that be? I don't even know. What are you? What are you? Tea. It's tea. Loose leaf, sort of black tea. Just going in towards the finish now. And again, you've got the sweetness just starting again in the finish. It's finished still quite long even with water. Warming, rich, very creamy actually. It's almost still coating in my mouth. Great dram that. That is a great dram. 2007. Bloody hell. Need to pick that one up again, don't we? So on that note, I'm going to give the Canto Cask 20 a whopping 89 out of 100. I'm really impressed by that. Belting drum. Really is a belting drum, that. And I'd be really interested to see what some of the other casks came out like. So, I mean, just to sort of show you the label again, just in case you missed it before, if it didn't pull through. There it is, Canto Cask 20. And once again, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. Just one more shout out to Joe. Thanks for everything you've done, mate. Really been enjoying watching your videos for the last few years. Obviously we've met in person quite a few times and shared a few drums, so hopefully we'll do that again soon, and best of luck with the George Michael tribute act. See you later.